I am so glad you are here. It is Energy Sunday in my world. I'm Liz here at Magus Books in Minneapolis. Let's go for this, shall we? I was asked recently by what looked like a middle schooler to me, what is a pendulum? How do pendulums work? Why do they work? And there's a lot of explanations about how we perceive the energies that something like a divination tool can help us access. And there's a lot of different ways of looking at it. And I'm going to tell you none of them are wrong because all of them are symbols. They're all ways of interpreting the sensation that you get. So if someone says, I open myself up to a particular deity or ancestor or saint, and then I get a message, that's valid. But so is this. I want you to hold that pendulum and you're going to close your eyes. You're going to think of a happy thing, a yes, a positive for a minute or so. You open your eyes, see how it's moving, steady it, close your eyes, think of a horrible no for about a minute, open your eyes, see how it's moving, and now you have a yes and a no. Well, what made it move? Well, the same thing that makes a planchette in a spirit board or a talking board or a Ouija board move. Little imperceptible muscle movements that are coming from you. Are those inspired by a deity? Perhaps an ancestor, an angel, sure. Or is it inspired by your own subconscious finally getting a chance to speak and give you its opinion? Maybe. I don't know that there's a big difference between those, provided the methodology works for you. And if you're a complete skeptic about the methodology, you will self-sabotage. You will make it impossible for it to work for you. And I'm going to tell you, oh, well, you're missing out. Because it is about sensing energies, whether they are completely internal to you or whether you're channeling energies from elsewhere and they are being expressed through you, through really what are, and this has been known for a long time, minor little muscle movements. Things that you don't do on purpose, things that you don't even perceive. We're not talking about large movements usually. We're usually talking about very fine little muscle movements. So how those little muscle movements occur, that's up to you. That's up to interpretation. But what is happening when you're using something like a Ouija board or a pendulum or dowsing rods are those tiny little muscle movements, imperceptible muscle movements that help guide you to a better spot. This might be why, for some of us, using something like a pendulum or dowsing rods works so well to find things, particularly things that we have personally lost. Does it mean that you have an extra sensory sense if you use your dowsing rods to find underground water? I don't know the answer to that. The answer to me is maybe. Maybe you just have an incredibly fine sense of the solidity of the ground combined with a subtle change in humidity, combined with this, that, and the other thing. And so you found the water. And there's a logical reason we simply haven't discovered yet. If you don't explain where power comes from and you flick a switch and get lighting, is that not magic, I ask you? It is. Is there a scientific explanation behind it? Yes. But if you don't know the full explanation, it's as good as magic. And I'm going to suggest to you that a lot of these things that we talk about as psychic energy and sensing energies and being able to feel things are simply perceptions we don't have explanations for yet. We keep coming up with more sensory perceptions and giving them new labels. There's research out on that. Go for it and go look. But as I explained, that the pendulum responds to micro muscle movements in your body, and that's really physically what makes it spin or swing. The person caring for the two middle schoolers pipes in and says, best explanation I've ever heard for how a pendulum works. I'm sure there's better out there. But let me ask you guys, what makes something like a pendulum or sensing energy just generally, if you can walk into a room and gain a sense of the energy of the room, how do you think it occurs? Is it from God, ancestors, other deities, other deified things like angels? Is it from your own innate sense? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments what you think. This has been Energy Sunday. And here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis, we all think that you're an amazing magical person. And of course, we appreciate the little magical things you can do right here in social media land. I do know you know what they are. Go ahead, click that little button. You can do it. I hope we get to see you. If you get to see me here again, love that. Thank you so much. But I hope we also get to see you either at the website, magusbooks.com, or here at the shop in Minneapolis. Blessed be.